This file was never meant to be recovered. Recording was terminated before completion. Recovered from an unfinished project.
Hey y'all, my name is Kayla.
What you're about to watch should not exist. No ending, no closure.
Team Cups has our first weekly challenge, and the card that was pulled for Team Cups is the 9 of Wands. I didn't pull this card. I thought it would just be fun to have a visual aid. The 9 of Wands is read a book with survival elements. I was looking at my personal collection, and there is one book in particular that stood out to me. I mean, come on now. It literally has Survive in the title. So we have Survive the Night by Riley Sager. I don't know if this video is gonna be daily, but it is gonna cover pretty much the entire month of June. So grab a snack, buckle up, and let's get reading. This hair, it is the moment. Anyways, I should probably tell you guys what this book is about. I am 23 pages into the book, and I thought it would be fun just to use the tarot card as the bookmark. It's November 1991. By the way, I definitely would have been 1 year old when this book occurred because the initial start date was November 19th. My birthday is November 5th. Please go ahead, feel free to add that to your calendar and wish me a happy birthday if you are so inclined. Anyways, it's November 1991. Nirvana's on the tape deck, George H.W. Bush is in the White House, and movie-obsessed college student Charlie Jordan is in a car with a man who might be a serial killer. Josh Baxter, the man behind the wheel, is a virtual stranger to Charlie. They met at the campus ride board, each looking to share the long drive home to Ohio. Both have good reasons for wanting to get away. For Charlie, it's guilt and grief over the shocking murder of her best friend, who became the third victim of a man known as the campus killer. For Josh, it's to help take care of his sick father, or so he says. The longer she sits in the passenger seat, the more Charlie notices there's something suspicious about Josh. From the holes in his story about his father to how he doesn't want her to see the inside of his trunk. As they travel an empty, twisty highway in the dead of night, an increasingly anxious Charlie begins to think she's sharing a car with the campus killer. Is Josh truly dangerous, or is Charlie's jittery mistrust merely a figment of her movie-fueled imagination? One thing is certain. Charlie has nowhere to run and no way to call for help. Trapped in a terrifying game of cat and mouse played out on pitch-black roads and in the neon-lit parking lots, Charlie knows the only way to win is to survive the night. I'm curious to see if this book does end up just kind of being all in Charlie's head. Like she's just over-analyzing things, or if Josh is a suspicious character. Guess we'll just wait and see. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Wow, wow, wow. But yeah, so where I'm at in the book so far, Charlie has just said goodbye to her boyfriend. She just got in the car with Josh, and they are just about to hit the road back home. Technically in the book, all we've learned so far is that Charlie's roommate slash good friend, Maddie, has passed away. We don't know like exactly how she passed away. I let my friend con me. I'm gonna be complaining about this. You'll probably hear this in multiple videos, but I let my friend con me into running a 10K in October. And like I am on a fitness, health, and wellness journey, or I'm trying to get into one. So I thought like, yeah, signing up for a 10K, that's definitely gonna motivate me. It definitely is a goal that has an expiration date. And now it's just so, I don't know, it's been really hard getting into running. Like I do really good one week and then I slack off another week, and I do really good another week and then I slack off another week. This one's for all my ladies who are gonna hot tonight. Turn it up. Hello. Hello. She's like, you talking to me? I swear, she knows when I'm filming. She knows when I'm like, she'll sit for a picture, but for some reason video, she's like, I want none of that. I want none of that. Whereas Echo loves making cameos, hates pictures. She will not sit still for a picture to save her life. But she loves hopping on here for y'all. So, Survive the Night. I haven't gotten any further in this book. I went on a super short run. My run was supposed to be 1 3/4 miles, and instead I ended up doing just under 1 mile. Anyways, I just finished, or I'm literally about to finish an episode of True Crime and Cocktails, and it is probably the most infuriating case that they have ever covered. And they've covered quite a few cases in the past 6 years. Oh my God, I've been listening to True Crime and Cocktails for 6 years now. They've had a podcast for 6 years now. That's bananas. I will link down the very specific episode below. It is a wild story. I don't even want to tell you guys like what the story is about, because you just got to go in and experience it for yourself. I will note, True Crime and Cocktails, Lauren and Christy, they're a little bit of yappers. They are yappers, which is, I personally love. I love like when like the first 30 minutes of a podcast is kind of just like a yap catch-up sesh, and then they get into the story. But I thought I'd give that disclaimer in case like you want to check out the podcast, but also you're like, I'm not into the shooting the breeze for the first 30 minutes type of person. I do plan on finishing this bad boy today. It's a 9-hour audiobook, and I am listening to this audiobook at like 1.6, so I should for sure be able to finish it throughout my work day today. Oh, you ran right into Jinkies.
He insisted Charlie learn how to drive stick because, in his words, then you'll be able to drive anything. But the manual transmission baffled her.
Sprint 1 done.
Welcome back.
Okay, y'all. Gavin just started sprints 5 minutes ago. He's doing an hour-long sprint, but I literally have to hop into a meeting in 10 minutes. He's technically on sprint 3, but I'm writing 2 since it's my second sprint with him and my last sprint with him. Cool. In those 18 minutes, a whopping 12 pages. I got to page 67. That's not 12. 12, 13, 14 pages. Honestly, not too shabby. I have some thoughts, feelings, opinions about where this book is going, but I'm going to hang out with Gavin for a little bit, and then I'll let you guys know my thoughts, feelings, and opinions on where I think this book is going. My thoughts, feelings, opinions, and theory about Survive the Night. So in this book, we are getting the POV from Charlie, who is our FMC. She is in a car with Josh, who is, I guess you could say, our MMC, because he's the guy who is driving Charlie home. It's like a 6-hour car ride. I think they're going from New Jersey to Ohio. And the whole kind of shtick is that her friend Maddie died. It wasn't that Maddie like hopped in a car with a random stranger to like go somewhere, like have them Uber her somewhere, I guess you could say. It's just that the last time Charlie saw Maddie was outside of a bar, and Maddie was talking to some random dude. And that was the last time she ever saw her. They got in a little fight, and Maddie ended up dead. One thing though with Charlie is, oh, by the way, spoilers. Hello. I don't know how to talk about books. I don't know how to talk about books without giving spoilers. So just kind of like spoiler warning for every book I talk about in this video. Charlie kind of has these out of body experiences, if you will, where like to the person who's observing her, she's just kind of like zoning out hardcore, just kind of like, hello, anyone in there kind of situation. But she refers to it kind of like as seeing life as a movie. I have like 2 theories that would tie together. My theories are that Charlie's the campus killer and Charlie killed Madeline. Even though we're getting the POV of Charlie in this book, I think Josh is the one who should be concerned. I don't think Josh is the problem child who's going to potentially kill Charlie. I think Charlie is the one who's gonna kill Josh, or attempt to. I think she goes into some like out of body state and she does some crazy shit and kills people. But my initial theory was that I don't think Josh is the bad guy. I think that Charlie is gonna end up being the quote unquote bad guy. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Because it's almost too obvious. Like the book from the jump is set up for Josh to be the bad guy. So I think it's gonna be Charlie. And if not Charlie, I think they're gonna run into an instance where they're both gonna be under duress by like a third party. We'll see though. I'm not even 70 pages into the book yet. So we still got some time to go. Definitely will not be finishing this book today. Exactly. I literally was having my theory confirmed just now, and now we're getting the pseudo POV of Josh. And the reason I'm upset is because his POV is making me second guess my theory. I'm curious if I'm going to be flip-flopping back and forth about like what's going on in this book. I'm intrigued to see where things are going because we're just shy of halfway through the book and we're about to get another POV from Charlie's boyfriend. And thankfully they were jokingly, but not jokingly, they made up a safe word. And so Charlie has now evoked the safe word. And I think we're going to get the POV of her boyfriend, Robbie, of him not only freaking out that he just got off the phone with his girlfriend, who just evoked the safe word, but now he has to get in action, right? He's got to beep, bop, boop, 911, call the police, and figure shit out. I am intrigued to see where things go. I'm also intrigued on what Josh's plan is. In his chapter, he's like, but we all know I'm not gonna take her there. And I'm like, where the fuck you going, motherfucker? I wanna know what the game plan is. Give us more of your chapters so we can see what's going on. I'm also intrigued if he's the campus killer. Because Charlie's still thinking that he's the campus killer, but his chapter has only alluded to him, like, targeting Charlie. Granted, we literally got him for a chapter. This book is getting so ludicrous. The twists, the turns, it's starting to feel a little too convoluted. She's too in her head about the movies in her head. Ever since Josh kind of like called her out on the movies in her head, now she's like over analyzing that and she's like, I don't know what's real and what's not. And I think she just needs to go with her gut and know that like the movies in her head are always like this classical black and white sepia movie vibe. You know, the transatlantic accent and all that jazz. And like reality is modern day, like, I mean, it's set in 1991, but it's like modern day. So I think she just needs to like trust herself, but like some crazy shit just went down and I'm really hoping somebody doesn't die. There's a particular character that's come into play. I really don't want them to die. I think that sort of collateral damage would just be unnecessary, but honestly, I've never read Mr. Riley Sager, but a part of me is like, I wouldn't put it past him if this character did die. Just know that I was right, but I was also wrong in my theory. Okay. Real life is so much better. Yes, girl. I just finished Surviving the Night. I really enjoyed that. This may be a 4-star. I have heard hit or miss things about Mr. Sager's work. So we'll see. I do have another book by him, With a Vengeance. It's one on a train. So another close quarters situation. It's Echo's birthday today. She is 4 years old. I might make her a little cake. However, last time I made her a cake, she surprisingly was not interested in it. I know she likes ice cream. So she's gonna have an adult ice cream with 4 little boners in it. I want it to look like they're almost little candles in there. Like she cares. This is all for me, let's be real. And then of course, Jinx gets a cup as well. Here's Echo's little pup cup. Oop, the candle fell. But how cute, right? It's a cute concept. I have a book I have to read. We are going to be starting Counterattacks at 30 by Won-pyung Sohn. This is a book I have to read this week because it is a part of a book club that I'm hosting on Friday. Totally forgot. I thought that the book club was next week. Glad I checked my calendar. What is this about? Let me tell you real quick. I did read Almond by the same author. Loved Almond so much. Almond was about a 16-year-old boy who I can't quite remember. I mean, I remember, but I don't know how to like put it into words. But if you want to check out my thoughts, feelings, opinions about Almond and a few other books, go ahead and check out my Hyunjin reading vlog. That was so much fun. I had a really good time with that. And I'm going to be doing something very similar in the near future, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, Ji-hee is an ordinary woman who has never been extraordinary. In her administrative job at the academy, she silently tolerates office politics and the absurdities of Korean bureaucracy. Forever only one misplaced email away from career catastrophe, she effectively becomes a master of silent eye roll and the tactical coffee run. But all her efforts to endure her superiors and the semi-hostile work environment they create are upended when a new intern, Gyuk Lee, arrives. Like a pacifist version of V for Vendetta, Gyuk recruits a trio of office allies to carry out plans for minor revenge. Together, these 4 rebels commit tiny protests against those in more powerful positions through spraying graffiti, throwing eggs, and writing anonymous exposés. But as their attacks increase, the initial joy they felt at the release becomes something more, and Ji-hee and the others will discover the beauty of friendship and the extraordinary power of unity against adversity. I will note that some people in the book club have already started reading this book. They're feeling so-so. Not quite sure how they're feeling about the book. But they also aren't that far into it. Last I spoke, I think like a week or 2 ago, we were talking about the book. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see my thoughts, feelings, and opinions about this book.
Harper Via and Harper Audio present Counterattacks at 30, a novel by Won-pyung Sohn, translated by Sean Lynn Halbert, performed by Jo Yuan.
I don't know what book everyone else is reading, but I am really enjoying this so far. I'm almost 40 pages in, and some wild stuff has already happened. Our girl, Ji-hee, kind of just like told us about her life story and how she came to be, you know, being born and all. But she works at this place, some sort of academic setting. She works at an academic setting, and there's this professor. He's not actually a professor, like he doesn't hold the title of professor anymore, because the reason he doesn't is he had his title stripped because apparently he was assaulting a minor. Allegedly, there was like some rumors or something that the person wasn't actually a minor, and the stuff was just questionable. But anyways, it's been a few years down the road since that happened, and he's back working. So he works with our girl Ji-hee. She was at this coffee joint, and he was also there. And this person walks in and just starts like yelling at the professor. I'm the part-time employee who worked for you when you were writing your book. You never paid me for running all your errands, and then you submitted the manuscript I wrote to the publisher without crediting me. Is selling foreign pornography to students not enough for you? Is that why you had to also exploit your assistant too? Have you no shame? And whatever happened to those charges? You know, the ones about you having sex with a minor? That's what the dude came in and started yelling at the professor about. So Jihei tells us what's going on. So 20 years ago, Professor Park, who'd been a professor of English literature at the university, was stripped of his position. It was because he allegedly had sex with a minor in the back of his car. While there were a lot of rumors about whether she was really a minor, in the end, he didn't serve any time and only received 2 years of probation. Of course, news of the professor at the prestigious university having sex with a minor made it impossible for the university not to fire him. And yet his life somehow kept going. In fact, it did more than that. He successfully made a comeback, becoming a best-selling author and celebrity lecturer. Even though he held no position at any college, everyone continued to call him professor. Such was the world. All of that to note, the new intern that they hired, because remember, they hired a new intern. It's the kid who was yelling at him in the coffee shop. So I'm very curious what kind of mayhem is going to be stirred up. And also, I really hope this Park dude gets his comeuppance. Like, I hope, not comeuppance, that's not the right word. Gets his karma. Because I really hope we do get some sort of resolution on that, though. Because that can't just be like some random just like tidbit of information that's dropped in the book and we don't ever circle back to it. I just checked the team challenge card that was pulled, and it is Ace of Wands. And the prompt for that is read a book you can't stop thinking about or are highly anticipating. And this is perfect because I think I can double dip this way, but on one of my spreads that I did for my TBR, I pulled a book that will bring you joy. And for that prompt, I had picked Strange Buildings. And so it highly anticipated. I was so excited when I saw that Strange Buildings was coming out. So we are finally going to be adding a book from my TBR to the lineup. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I am still going to finish Counterattacks at 30 today, though. I just wanted to let you guys know. Ooh, the purple, we love it. That I will be reading Strange Buildings next.
I skipped the first 4 days of class just to be extra safe. But I must have the worst of luck because as soon as I got in the water, the
Ooh,
instructor
this
said,
one.
"Well,
This
after
one
all,
stuck
we'll learn
out.
each other."
What are we? What are we twerking with today? 3 of Cups facing up. That is, oh my god, this is so funny. I was shuffling my deck earlier, just like, you know, see what's up. And as I was shuffling my deck, I had saw the 3 of Cups and I was like, oh my god, that's so cute. Celebration, squad goals, and community. Every day's a party. Your social life is roaring with festivities spent with quality friends and family. Birthdays, weddings, happy hour, all amazing opportunities to hang with your squad. You're feeling deeply connected to your community, savoring the moments spent together. Harmony flows through your commitments and relationships, creating balance between work and play. The 3 of Cups is also about groups of people coming together to work for a common cause. If you're feeling stressed, remember to take some time to relax with your loved ones. Rely on your lady friends to get through the tough times. Let loose. Nothing is too big or too small to celebrate, especially when you're in good company. Cheers to the love and good fortune in your life. I love that so much because right now I'm actually currently doing reading sprints with Gavin and it's just been like good vibes and good energy in the chat. I think the 3 of Cups was just like, it's perfect. It's perfect for today. Let's talk about Counterattacks at 30 because I have made somewhat of a dent in the book. Counterattacks at 30. I'm digging it so far. I'm not sure why I'm digging it so far yet. Like, I couldn't tell you what it is about the story or the characters that I really like. I think it's just kind of like the writing style. There's such like an ease to it that I'm really enjoying. Another author could have the same concept, the same plot line, the same characters, all that jazz, And like if it was written in a different way, I know I could easily dislike this book, but I don't know what it is. I'm almost halfway through the book right now. Our girl Jihei, okay, so we have old boy, right? The new intern. They're the same age. They're in their early to mid 30s. He, as I noted earlier, was the guy who screamed at Professor Park. Ooh, update on Professor Park. So Professor Park just so happened to be on taking the semester off, doing a little sabbatical. Kind of just like left abruptly, and Jihei was like, I think, is it just a coincidence that like that incident at the coffee shop happened and then he goes on his little sabbatical, or did he go on sabbatical because of the incident at the coffee shop? Because he was definitely a little freaked out by being called out for being a predator at the coffee shop. She kind of plays off like she hasn't seen him before. And then one day they went out to get drinks and she like point blank period asked him, why'd you do that to Professor Park? Like, what is your relationship with him? And he kind of like goes into more in detail about like how he knew him, how he found out all the information about him, how he was, oh, I think I underlined it actually. She's like, you did it to punish him? Not as punishment, something closer to humiliation. That's why I wanted to give him. 20 years ago, when he did that horrible thing to that girl, everyone thought he wouldn't be able to show his face again. But the exact opposite happened. He didn't even switch fields. In fact, he became a best-selling author, writing and philosophizing about the very sexual depravity that got him in trouble in the first place. How can that be? I just wanted to shout from the top of the mountain that this is wrong. I can't say what difference it made, but after I got back at Professor Park for cheating me out of recognition and money, I didn't know what to do next. I was searching for something to do when one day I discovered a job posting on the homepage of the academy he'd been working at, so I applied. You could say that is thanks to him that I'm working here. But it's funny, after I did that to Professor Park, the burning sensation in my chest disappeared. All I did was yell a few words in a cafe, but it occurred to me that at the very least, I'd made him meditate on the shame lying dormant in his mind. I started thinking a lot after that. Perhaps the world changes just a little bit, even when all you do is call out injustice for what it is. Yes, yuck. Yes. Beautiful. I'm intrigued to see if Professor Park comes up again after he's kind of like explained his relationship to him, kind of like why he did what he did. I'm curious. Also though, Gyuk he's kind of playing our girl Jihei. He's kind of playing her. He's like towing this weird line between like friendly and flirty, and our girl is also noticing the towing of the line between friendly and flirty. Because when they went out for drinks, he initially was like, oh yeah, just you and me, we'll go out for drinks. And then two of their acquaintances showed up a little after they had kind of been like chatting it up and stuff like that. We'll see where he's going with that one. Have I read anything yet today? No, I have not. Honestly, I don't even want to try shuffling these today. I'm just gonna like, yesterday I just did whatever kind of like popped out at me. It just like, that card was such a good, this just fell. This just fell. Whatever, I don't know what it is. Let's see. What do we think? Knight of Swords pointing up. What are you, my sir? I kind of feel indifferent today, so I'm curious if this is gonna have anything to do with that. Intense focus, radical, and obsessive. When there's a will, there's a way. Strong intentions and intense focus forge a path ahead. Your eye is on the prize and nothing can stop you. If things have been slow, the Knight of Swords is a sign that it's about to get a lot busier around here. Your communication skills are on point and you are able to effectively convey a message. Elevate and sharpen your mind by surrounding yourself with like-minded people to share your opinions with. Headstrong and full force throttle on a passionate endeavor is admirable. Just be wary of long-term effects that shortcuts can make. Rushing projects can mean overlooking quality control in the long run. Take responsibility over your actions and how that may impact others. Keep an eye on the quality of your creations and enjoy the process. Life is a journey after all. Ooh, so I'm not gonna lie, a lot of that I was like thinking work focus, because this does kind of align with what's going on with work currently. With that noted, this week in particular, I have been focusing on certain projects that like need to get done. So the Knight of Swords, I know I just said I'm feeling indifferent today, but I feel like this is a very timely poll. I like this poll. I think you popped out quite nicely. I was using the Three of Cups as my bookmark yesterday, so now we're gonna put the Knight of Swords in our book. It feels like Friday, which is devastating because it's Thursday. I don't know why today feels like Friday, but it feels like Friday, and I want it to be Friday. There's a weird smell that I woke up to this morning, and at first I thought either one of the girls had pooped, which they don't typically do, which is why I was like, did someone poop? Or I thought it was like just a really gnarly fart, and I was gonna play it off as a really gnarly fart until I walked in the hallway, and the smell is coming from the hallway. Oh, that was, I don't know why I'm even trying to shuffle this on my leg. I don't know. And the thing is that like it smells familiar. Like I'm like, oh yeah, I've smelled this smell before, but it also doesn't smell familiar. Like I can't place the smell. Okay, this card just popped out at me. What's on you? You are, I want to like flip it this way. So I'll flip it this way and then I'll show y'all. What is it? What do we got today? Ooh, we have the moon upside down. Okay, what does that mean? Confusion, mixed signals, and hazy. Subconscious symbols appear more often than usual and are sending mixed messages. You are tuning in to listen to your intuition, but you are unable to receive a clear signal, fraught with noise and interception. The moonlight is creating a hazy effect, highlighting fears and anxiety as you try to decipher the clues. You're caught questioning yourself and your ambitions, feeling them under irrational and impractical when really you are doubting your ability to achieve your dreams. There is a restless energy as you desire to take action to solve your problems, but feel stuck with no clear direction to go forward. Don't give up. Go deep and uncover your core wounds. Break free from your limiting beliefs to free yourself from self-deception. Clarity will come when the time is right. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Initially, I was like, I feel like this card just isn't aligning with me. However, there was one line in particular. There is a restless energy as you desire to take action to solve your problems. I wouldn't say I necessarily have problems, but I definitely have a restless feeling in me to like take action and do stuff. The last few days in particular, I found myself kind of like wasting time doom scrolling on my phone, and I hate that. And I'm like, I could literally be spending this time working on kind of like this concept I have in my mind that I want to launch next summer. It's something that would have to be launched. And then also I'm like, I'm starting to work on all these crafts. I just posted on Instagram last night. I was like, this weekend's project, make this cute crochet top. Next, we're gonna finish the front panel of a quilt that I started working on back in January. So like I just have a lot of projects. And I feel like I talked yesterday about projects too with the other card poll. But I just feel like I have all of these projects and all these things I want to do, and instead of like doing all these things, I just kind of like always find myself doom scrolling on my phone. I'm not gonna lie, I probably wouldn't have aligned with this card until it was like your restless energy, and I was like, yes, there is restless energy. Thank you for calling me out. Ask me how I'm feeling about this book. As of right now, I am feeling very indifferent. One of the people in my book club, when like I had yet to start the book, was kind of just saying like, I mean, it's all right, but it's just kind of like the lives of all these characters, and there isn't like truly a plot. It's just kind of like the happenings of these characters' lives. And again, I don't hate it. I just feel indifferent about it. Like something absolutely wild, cuckoo, bananas, crazy has to happen at the end for me to be like, oh, that's a high 3 or a low 4, you know? I'm not sure how I'm feeling about Gyeok yet. Not sure how I'm feeling about him. Jihye, our girl, has this guy, Mr. Janjun, and he's like her fake imaginary boyfriend. Echo. Go to your crate. That's Echo's crate. Yeah, I'm not sure how I'm being. Oh, Mr. Janjun. He is an imaginary character that like she kind of just says, she's like, oh, I'm meeting up with my friend or boyfriend, Mr. Janjun, for like lunch or coffee. When she just kind of wants to get out of situations. Last time she met Mr. Janjun for lunch, Gyeok showed up and he's like, yeah, the first time I just wanted to see what the guy looked. He was following her. So he followed her 3 times before he made himself known to her. He's like, the first time I just wanted to see what this guy looked like, and I thought he stood you up. The second time, I had my suspicions. And the third time, I don't think he's real. And then she just used the excuse of Mr. Janjun again, except this time it was at night, around dinner time, and she went to the bar to get drunk. And Gyeok shows up, and he's like, I think you should break up with Mr. Janjun. So part of me is like, okay, that's kind of like cute, but also part of me is like, homie, why are you stalking her? I'm very conflicted about my feelings when it comes to Gyeok. And we don't really know much about him. He's just kind of like this charismatic, flirty character. And I don't know if I love or hate that for her. I'm intrigued. I'm really intrigued to see what everyone in book club says about this one. Today is the day of the book club. I haven't finished the book yet. Where we chatted yesterday is where I left off with this book. We have 56 more pages left of the book, probably just under an hour of listening time left. Oh. I just had a bunch of cards fall out. I'm not gonna count that though, because it was like a billion of them. If anything, we're just gonna remove these from the deck. I don't know, this one stood out for some reason. Here you go. So if I would normally flip it up this way to show myself, I'll flip it up this way to show y'all. What do we got? What are we dealing with today? We are dealing with the Tower upside down. I feel like that seems ominous. Warning, fear of change, avoidance. Whew. You've managed to avoid a disaster, getting out of harm's way just in time. The Tower reversed is a... Oh, that's reversed. Gotcha. Okay. The Tower reversed is a warning that drastic changes are on the way. However, you are given time to prepare before the storm. This is an opportunity to take preventative measures to soften the blow, so to speak. There is also an indication that you are resisting change and you are doing everything in your power to avoid these unfortunate but necessary occurrences. Prolonging the situation will not help. Face your fears and accept the change as a start to a new beginning. Contradicting thoughts and actions may make way for a confusing outcome. Actions speak louder than words, communicating your innermost thoughts. Take risks, be bold, and put yourself out there. As they say, go big or go home. I'm trying to think if this really does apply to me at all. I think if we take it on like, not like a grandiose scale, but if we take it on like a more minuscule scale. Yesterday I was talking about how I want to do more projects, more crafts, more stuff like that. And like get off of my phone because I've been doom scrolling a lot. And then literally last night, what was I doing? I was doom scrolling. Maybe that's what this card applies to. Sometimes I think people look at tarot cards and they think like big scale, like big life changes. But sometimes it can be just like the smaller things in life.
All it did was confirm how worthless of a person I am. I could barely speak, and my tears were coming out as snot now. I had to pause every few seconds to sniffle. You will be if you keep talking about yourself like that. Gyeok offered me a handkerchief as he said this. It slowly lifted my chin to look at him. His facial expression was gentle and kind. Not at all like the insult.
Okay, we just finished Counterattacks at 30. Look at this gorgeous backlighting. Let me turn on my light. A part of me wants to give my thoughts, feelings, and opinions about this book at this very moment, but then another part of me does kind of want to wait till book club is over. I'll just give you my thoughts now, and then if I have any additional thoughts after book club, I'll let you guys know. But I ended up rating this at 3.5. I liked kind of almost the ambiguous ending, but it's kind of one of those books that's like, it's a feel-good book. I think it's supposed to make you reflect in on yourself. Didn't love it, didn't hate it. Obviously, it's a 3.5. But is this a book that's gonna like stick with me till the ends of time? No. Almond by Won-pyung Sohn definitely had a much more impactful story, characters than this book did for me. One thing I have noticed is that Anton Her is the guy who translated this book, and I've read a few other of his translations, and I've really enjoyed those books. So I am on a mission to find other works that he's translated and see what I think. Obviously, ultimately, the stories are the authors, but I don't know, I like his translation so far. If you've read this book though, and you're like, girl, what crack are you smoking? Let me know. I am going to start Strange Buildings by Uketsu, which I'm very excited about this. I know for a fact I will not be feeling indifferent about this. I'm also I'm so excited for this book, y'all. Like, just stupendously excited for this book. But I'm trying to go into it with like a level head, even temper. You know, I don't want to go into it too excited, but I do want to go into it too excited. And the main reason I don't want to go into it too excited is because I just don't want to be let down. Oh my God! Look at that bald eagle! Homie's just chilling! I need to show you guys this. Hopefully he stays there. He was just chilling, so... Oh, I fucking love bald eagles. Okay, he's still there. Please stay, my sir. Looking so majestic. I need to get on like the other side. Look at him. He's just vibing. There was literally a bunny right underneath him. I think the bunny finally moved because I was walking by. I wish I had got him taking off. Oh my God, as soon as I like was walking away, he took off. Oh, that was so cool. I'm like obsessed with bald eagles. I don't know how other people aren't obsessed with them. They're just like so majestic. I love them so much. And also I literally walked a block away from my car with it running. Good job, Kayla. Y'all, that literally made my morning. I love wildlife so hard. But also I feel really bad for the bunny. So there was like a bunny. The eagle didn't touch it. I think it was gonna try and get it, to be honest. But then I started walking towards the bunny to see what the fuck was going on with it. And that's when the eagle flew away. The bunny it literally looked almost jackalope-esque because it had like some growth on as like a mohawk situation going on. But then it also looked like it had something growing out of its eye. I just felt so bad for the little bunny. Anyways, so today's morning, we actually have a pretty fun day planned if I actually execute it. And that is, I want to try the BTS Oreos, okay? They just sound interesting. It doesn't really have anything to do with the fact that it's BTS. Like, I know like people are buying it and it's getting hyped because it's BTS affiliated, but for me, I'm just like, I just want to try it. Unfortunately, the Walmart right by me is not selling them. Going a little bit out of our way to get our hands on some BTS Oreos, and fingers crossed that the location that I'm going to actually has them. Man, oh my God. Fucking nature is amazing. This is why I can't live anywhere else though, because I need to be able to live where I can see bald eagles every day. And as someone who has lived in a lot of different places across the country, I know that we are very spoiled where I live. Feel the rhythm of the world and we gon' make it right. La 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 la. La 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 la. Rock and roll, we dancing to the flow. We're dropping, here we go. Rock and roll. Come to the Stray Kids hot mega burst. Oh my god, I need to clean the inside of my windshield. Holy smokes, it's dirty. They have them. Yes. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Oop. We have the goods. I hope they're good. They smell good. Here it is. In all of its light purplish glory. It's good. I say that like it's good. No, it is good. But like the cookie itself is crunchy, I think. I'll try one more. Here's the inside. I think there's like crystallized brown sugar bits in here. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Is the cookie itself crunchier than normal? Because I was getting those like moments of the like crystallized brown sugar bits in it. Which, I mean, they're good, but I'm just like, what are these crunchy bits? Final verdict. I really like it. I think it tastes delicious. It's really sweet. I wish I had like a water or something. I'm actually kind of glad that on the second one I did like the frosting first and then the cookie, because the actual cookie itself is like very neutral. I didn't notice any like dominant flavor in it, but it's good. It's good. It's just like a very neutral cookie, which I think is smart because the frosting or the filling is very sweet, very brown sugary. Honestly, I wouldn't be mad if I just had like the cookie. Safety first. We are going to head to the park and just hang out, read, maybe crochet a little. I brought a cooler with some snackies in it. Nothing crazy, just some sushi, strawberries, some plums, and some of the BTS cookies, and a few little drinkies. I was gonna swing by the farmer's market this morning, but honestly, I was out so long shopping this morning, probably 2, almost 3 hours. And so now I'm just kind of like, I just want to chill. I've found the perfect spot to bring the girls next time. I totally forgot that there's like these big trees over there. I think I'm gonna take them over there. And then I can just like bring a little stake to stake them into the ground. Anyways, I didn't realize how windy it was today. I really need to invest in like some blanket weights. Is that a restaurant over there? That is so cute if that is a restaurant. Not gonna lie, y'all, this parking lot was fairly empty when I first got here. There's still plenty of spots to park, but it is definitely fuller than it was. That was a good outing. I honestly didn't do much except kind of just lay there and eat. But it was nice. It was nice. I think I was out there for like an hour and a half. Probably could have stayed out longer, but honestly, I just want to get home and hang out with the girlies. You know what I mean? Okay, the squirrels and I are going to the PARK, aren't we? I got them a little too hyped. I should have just acted like it was us going to take care of our normal morning business. Now Echo's losing her marbles. Right, Echo? Got Jinx behind me. Got my morning coffee. Ooh, that's delicious. We got straws for after the park. We got water for the girls.
No ending, no closure.